Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to day 26 of VEDA. Woo woo. If you are unaware of VEDA, I will link the playlist right here. And you can go watch every video for VEDA and come back and see me. This one's just going to be kind of like a chill sit down video. I'm going to share my fall TBR. I think I'm going to do this every season. If you like these, please give this video a big thumbs up. And let me know in the comments below what you plan on reading in the fall or autumn time. However you say it personally. A few different sections of books. Coming up with the books that I want to read in the fall time, I really noticed how demented I am. I'm just kidding, but I found that I want to read a lot of like haunting and scary books, and a good chunk, this biggest pile here, has to do with people that go missing or kids that have gone missing. There's hauntings and things like that. Then there's just a couple that take place around Halloween, or that I think would be really good, like Halloween vibes. I also got one book that has to do with 9/11 maybe. Then I got like back to school days and slasher books, and then some paranormal stuff, which I guess could go with haunting, right? I'm gonna put those two together. And then scary, which could also go with slasher, I think. When I think of fall, I think of back to school shopping and lesson planning, and my teacher mind comes on and it's like school every day. But more than that, when I think of the mood of the fall, I see transformation. The leaves are changing and it's sweater weather most places, and it's just comfy, cozy times. Of course, I want to read more scary things that are going to scare me more. More scary things that are going to, you know what I meant. So, without further ado, let's just get into it. This list is kind of long. I'm thinking that all of my TBRs, like my seasonal TBRs, are going to be 20 books. So, I don't expect to get through them all. They're just a fun video to make, and it does give me a little bit of guidance with what books I'm trying to get on my TBR for the different seasons, you know? Start with the sections that have the lowest amount of books and move on to bigger sections. So let's start. This book is about 9/11, the terrorist attacks on America. So this is Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran Foer. I am terrified to read this book because for 9/11 I was a kid. I remember going to school that day, and yeah, I was on the opposite coast But it was a major, major event that happened. And I remember going into school and my teacher being very sad, and she turned on the TV and told us to sit down and watch. And we watched as the second plane hit the second tower. And it was like life-changing for me because I had never experienced such an event, such a terrorist attack. I don't think I had even known really what that meant. Okay, let's move on to a different one that's not quite so emotional. Okay, so we're switching gears. This pile only has one book in it too. This is my, like, I'm back to school pile. This one is Cherry by Lindsay Rosen. This is about this group of girls who makes a sex pact that by the end of senior year, by the end of junior or senior year, none of them will be virgins anymore. So it's a sex pact. I'm pretty sure it's at the end of junior year because they don't want to go through senior year as virgins. These kind of give me Halloween vibes, and I'm kind of putting this in its own Halloween pile. So the first one is Girls on Fire by Robin Wasserman. Three girls went into the woods. Two came out. It sounded like a joke or a riddle, but it was only would ever after be the rest of our life. So shortly after Halloween 1991, the local high school basketball star is found in the woods near Battle Creek, Pennsylvania, with a bullet in his head and a gun in his hand. A discovery that sends tremors through his conservative community, already unnerved by growing rumors of satanic worship in the region. In the wake of this incident, bright but lonely Hannah is befriended by Lacey, a dark-eyed Kuwain worshipping bad influence. Lacey forges a fast bond with the impressionable Dex, making her over in her own image and unleashing a fierce defiance with unexpected and harrowing consequences. We Ride Upon Sticks by Quinn Berry. I have already tried to read this. I don't like it so far, but I'm going to start over and try again. This is like hockey. No, not hockey. I don't know. They play some kind of sport, and there's supposed to be like weirdness to it, and yeah, so far it's just weird and boring. I don't know. Let's see. 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4. Okay. This one is the Haunting books. I did put them with like the vampires and stuff because I kind of think they're all kind of paranormal, kind of not. So I'm just going to go with the Haunting ones first. This is The Chill by Scott Carson. Far upstate in New York's ancient forest, a drowned village lies beneath the dark waters of the Chewauquee Reservoir. Early in the 20th century, the town was destroyed for the greater good, bringing water to the millions living downstate. Or at least that's what the politicians from Manhattan insisted at the time. And then there's The Haunting of Hounds Hollow. This is a middle grade that honestly has intrigued me since I first saw the cover. It's The Haunting of Hounds Hollow by Jeffrey Saling. And then The House by Christina Lauren. So originally I thought this was a haunted house story. And then I heard that's just a romance. And now I heard that it's a haunted house story with a romance in it. This one is politically correct. So this, I think, oh wait, that's not true. This one, the only ones that isn't scary, I think these, okay, I have 5 that aren't scary. That's cool. But this one is just a collection of fairy tales. And last year I read the Mammoth book of Grimm's fairy tales, which was like 800 pages. I read that in the fall and it was perfect. So I want to read another fairy tales in the fall time. Alright, now these, we'll go with these 3. These 3 are slasher type books. Let's start with the true slasher. This one's called Slash by Hunter Shea. This is follows Ashley. This follows Ashley, who is the sole survivor of a massacre. And then she is found dead in her basement, and she leaves a note for her boyfriend, who then starts to investigate what really happened. We have Nightwood by Patricia Windsor. I have been wanting to read this for so long, and I don't know why I haven't yet, but this is A Week at the Cabin has never been so terrifying. So these teenagers skip this class trip to Washington, D.C. to go to this cabin in the middle of the woods when bodies start piling up. And our last pile is 5 books. I did not realize that I own this many books about missing people or missing kids. This isn't even all of them. These are just the ones that I really thought gave me fall vibes. So we're here. The first one is Bring Her Home by David Bell. I mean, if you look at that cover, you see all the leaves falling and the wind, and it looks like a fall day. So that is precisely why I picked it. So a year and a half after the death of his wife, Bill's 15-year-old daughter Summer and her best friend Haley disappear. Days later, the girls are found in a city park. Haley is dead at the scene while Summer is left beaten. While Summer is left beaten beyond recognition and clinging to life. As Bill holds vigil over Summer's bandaged body, the only sound the unconscious girl can make is one cryptic and chilling word: no. Then I have Little Disasters by Sarah Vaughn. That just looks like another fall day. She thought she had the perfect family, but everything can be broken. All but one has to do with missing kids. Okay, so this one is Watch Me Disappear by Janelle Brown. This is about Billy, who goes on a hiking trail and she goes missing. And it's a year later and her daughter starts getting visions of her mom as secrets are coming out about the truth about her mom. Is she still alive? Did she run away? Or is something sinister at play? Then we have Little Lovely Things by Maureen Joyce Connolly. This is about this woman who is getting sick. So she pulls into a gas station, goes into the bathroom to throw up, and she says she's only in there for 2 minutes, and she comes back out. Her car and her 2 daughters in the back seat are gone. Vanished without a trace. And the last one on my Fall TBR is Remember Mia by Alexandra Burt. First I remember the darkness, then I remember the blood. I don't know where my daughter is. Estelle wakes up in a hospital after being found near dead at the bottom of a ravine with no memory and a vague sense of loss. Then terrifying reality sets in. Her daughter is missing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on day 27 of VEDA. I can't believe we've almost made it all month long. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on day 27 of VEDA. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And let me know in the comments below if you want me to do like a fall recommendations video. I can start doing a recommendations video for every season if that's